Hey guys, I've been really wanting to talk about this topic. The reason why I call it red flag is because I think that people need to pay attention to this generation. Like, okay, this might be a little bit sensitive topic. I've been really wanting to talk about this topic because it's really important, and especially how this generation is changing, relationship, friendships, people come and go in the life, right? So here's the signs that you guys need to pay attention to. Kind of like experience a friendship, a real friend between a fake friend. So I think that people need to understand better. So red flag is a sign that you should pay attention to the real ones and let go of the friends that are not good for you, basically. So I'm gonna read a list that I create, a list that I wrote in my mindset on what I was thinking about red flags. So I'll tell you guys what it is. It's a red flag if your friend is married. They tend not to bother you or ask you to go places with them. They let you go for a reason because they too focus on their married relationship. So what I'm trying to say about this is that when people are dating, right, there's a higher chance that they let you go. You're not friends with anymore because they move on. They're more focused on their married couples. That's why they leave their friends behind. This is a true studies. I think that everyone's just having their group more smaller circles, means smaller friendships basically. And this has happened as you get older. You leave people behind, and this is the truth. This might be sensitive, but it's a true fact. Red flag is when he or she didn't tell you that they move out of state and not let you know, or have not texted you in years. So another thing that happens is that you guys were have good friends before, but then you realize he or she did not text you because they went out of state. They didn't bother to text you and let you know, oh, I'm moving out of state. That's not a real friend right there, to be honest. That's the things you guys need to pay attention to, especially. Red flag is when your friend asks you to borrow money, asking $50 or $100 or more, and there's 100% chance that they won't return that money to you. I guarantee you that. The reason why I say this is because friendship will likely to be over with you when you ask about the money in return and you haven't seen them for years. They're likely to argue or sound confused, like, hey, are you sure I owe you money? Like, I don't think I do. What do you mean I owe you money? So those are the questions that might happen and affect your friendship, and your friendship is done when you ask about the money that they never pay you back. So yeah. Red flag is when your friend manipulates you every time you hang out and never invites you to a party or gets involved into a friendship or join a group conversation on text message or social media. So that happens too through social media, text message, they never text you or respond to you. That's another thing you need to pay attention to. Yeah, and that's what happens. And another thing that they can say too is that red flag is when friends ignore your text messages, don't respond on social media, or say I'm busy all the time. When they say I'm always busy, it's just an excuse and they don't get back to you for a certain day, then that's a fake friend. That's not a good friend for you. Red flag is when someone's hiding something from you and won't tell you the truth, acting stingy or nervous or shaky. So this is where you need to pay attention and read their body language to see how they talk to you. If they feel shaky or nervous to talk to you, that means your friend is hiding something behind your back. Yeah. Red flag is when they ask you to do so much things for them, they never help you back or got your back. So when your friends ask you to, like, help me do this, help me do that, and they never got your back and tell you, oh, I'm going to help you with something back, that's not a real friend right there. That's a fake friend right there. Red flag is when you're sick and then you're texting someone, they don't care about you and they ignore your message saying that I'm not feeling good, and you text your friend that. Are they going to respond? There's a higher chance they're not going to respond to that, because they're not worried about you. They already move on in life, and that's what happens. Red flag is when he or she is always negative, going out, talking about their personal problems. They're likely their friendship will end quicker, even meeting someone new, especially. So when you're talking about your personal problems to someone, there's a likely higher chance that they're likely to let you go in your friendship, and that's what happens to people when you meet someone or you know someone before. That happens when you bring up something personal, so never do that as a red flag. Red flag is when you need to pay attention when a person is texting you, the date and time. Read back the past text message, give you a clue how they respond to the message to see if they're real or not. So the way how I explain this about the text message, so this is basically a whole different thing through a text message. You know how text message shows a date and time when they text to you? When you look back the timeline when you guys started making friends and started talking, you scroll through on your phone, reading back the text message, it tells you something if your friend is real or not. That gives you a clue and gives you a hint how they are, and this is a way to read people I learned this during in like a communication class, so it's really important. So I think this is part of investigating in the way of text messages, how they talk to you, body language, what words are they saying? Are they saying "Oh my God"? Or are they saying like what are they saying to you? Like abbreviate that more, you know. And this is how you could figure it out and solve the mystery right away if you know how he or she talks in the text message. So you can always scroll back. You know how like on the phone you can go to your history and go back to the scroll the text message. It tells you if your friend is real or not, you know. Yeah. And it sucks that society does not accept the heartbreaking, but I feel people don't understand the mentality mental how important talking to someone is a way to express your feeling toward others. It's horrible is that doctors and hospitals are stressed out trying to cure a patient mental health because their friends didn't give a damn about them. And that kind of hurts people because a lot of doctors and hospitals are trying to cure people, right? So I'm trying to explain the way how they're really stressed out, doctors and hospital, because they don't know what happened to this person. That friend that ended that friendship probably caused their mental health to suicide, caused depression, anxiety build up, you know. That's why I feel like we need a better system and support each other and interact, help others out for mental health. Especially mental health is really important in this generation. Not like this in this world. People don't know how to socialize with people who are depressed all the time, you know. So this is a problem in this society, is that people don't know how to talk better with people if they're feeling depressed. I think that people are not focused into that. They're more like, okay, I'm ready to let go of this person because this person is negative, so I'm not going to talk to him or her. So a lot of people, I feel like they need to have a better mentality in their mindset. Like, what the hell are you thinking? You know, why would you end your friendship when you should like be supportive for them? What happened if they went to a hospital and doctors to get a cure for mental health and you didn't give a damn about that? You know, and that's kind of like a shame to you, to be honest, and that's not really cool. So yeah, I call it the red flag. It's a definition basically to alert like how people are, and then and like I learned that when you're getting married, when someone's getting married, their relationship becomes smaller group. They actually end the friendship. They leave their friends behind, and this is what happens. I think that people need to understand better and like how to support one another when they're going through something. You know, I think that people don't give a damn. They move on to life, and they never want to like approach that person again. Like, you're so negative, I don't want to talk to you. You know, I think that people need to understand how to like treat it better and mental talk it out. You know, that's the only way you're going to help others out to feel better, right? Why let them suffer when they went to the emergency room, go to hospital, doctors, and then they're gonna ask like, oh, who did this to you and why he or she ended your friendship? Can you tell me more? What's causing your anxiety? What's causing depression? And that leads to where the oxygen in your heart, where it pounds really quick, beats per minute. That's not good because, like, you know, it lets people not to relax and calm down their mindset, especially, you know. So yeah, it's really important to know and pay attention to these little things in the community and public, how you talk to people, and pay attention to be alert of your fakeness friends that are not there for you. So this has happened in the society. I see a lot of things, yeah, especially when I work in the what did I call it, as like I would say the healthcare primary care doctors. Studies have found that a lot of people are really depressed in this generation, like at our young age, like 20, 30 years old, you know. It happens, and it's not the normal. I think this generation has changed, and this is why I explain I don't like this generation so much, because like, people are really picky with their friendships, and people just don't know how to communicate better. And this is a really situation, and then it's really a matter and a fact of that, you know, how to cure better. But anyways, I hope you guys learned something. Like and subscribe.